What's up, guys? We are back. Fitness Profit Multiplier, Anthony and Jimmy. Today, we're going to be discussing 3 proven strategies from 7-figure gym owners to win back old clients. These clients are probably the best clients that you can have because they already understand your system. They've already paid you money. So how can we get more of these clients back? And let's face it, a lot of your old clients left the gym because life got in the way. Something happened at work, they got busy with the kids. They probably didn't leave because you stink or they don't like you. So getting them back and having these things that we're going to talk about today, these strategies are a great way to add more revenue to your gym.
100%. And we have to make sure that this is an approach that you use on a regular basis, right? That this isn't just something that's fly by night. Oh, Sally hasn't been in the gym for 3 months or whatever it may be, or she left the gym X amount of time ago. I'm going to just shoot her a text real quick, right? Because that's where things fall through the cracks. So reactivation is going to be something that's a pillar of your business in regards to how we can continue to keep the doors open and keep the money flowing, right? So along with the other aspects that we talk about, I mean, we can talk about every other aspect of lead generation, but reactivation is something that a lot of people sleep on because they think, oh, well, that client left, or they think it's awkward, or they don't want to, rock the boat, or they don't even want to know why that client left their gym, honestly, because they can't compartmentalize what that is and use it to improve themselves, right? But since you're listening to the FPM podcast, you are a gym owner who's going to take this advice and move forward with it and actually talk to these clients, know why they left, and know that most of the time people don't leave because you're a problem. People leave for whatever other reason in their life that takes priority over their fitness. And it's your job to be top of mind when they're ready to prioritize their fitness again. So that's a big part of this process of reactivation. And we want to set it up in a specific cadence, right?
Yeah, we're going to get into that, but I just want to touch on what you said really quick. It's, again, same thing that we always talk about here. We have 2 catch sayings I've realized, Jimmy, on FPM. 1, pick up the phone and start dialing. And 2, F your feelings.
Yeah.
Look at the data over feelings. You need to understand that just because someone left, you can't get like butthurt about it. They left,
No.
and like I said, most of the time they left, not because they didn't like your program. Something happened. Maybe it was money, maybe this, that, the other thing. But these are great clients who were paying you. So you don't have to like resell them into the program. They know what they're getting. So let's move on. The 3 proven strategies. So first things first is you need to systematize this. We've talked about this on almost every aspect of your gym, but reactivation needs to be systematized as well. You should have a structured way to reach out to your old clients. We do it once a week, and we pick a certain amount of, for us, we just have, reach out to 5 old members every week. And that's just our cadence. That's what we do. We reach out to 5 clients, just doing some of the things that we're going to talk about today. But it has to be systematized, because if it's not systematized, there's no way you can do it. And you don't want to leave this by chance. You don't want them to accidentally come back. You want to be proactively, constantly reaching out to them. And we're going to explain that in a minute. But I think Jimmy does something a little bit different. I think he reaches out to them every quarter. What do you do? What's your systemized way of doing it, Jimmy?
Yeah, so we have a quarterly big campaign push, right? So it's this quarterly push to get a reactivation in this kind of short period of time, right? So we hit our entire list with a special offer, and we hit them with texts, emails, and automate this process, right? So we automate this process of reactivation. We make sure that's in our systems once a quarter. And then on top of that, with our big referral promos, we also send out reactivation promos. So we have two big referral promos a year where we send actual snail mail to the person's house, right? And so we'll send a letter to the reactivation clients, giving them 50% off, right? And it's always this 50% off deal where it's like 50% off your first month to come back to the gym, right? And it's a systemized process where it's like, you know, a few emails and a few text messages that we send out once a quarter. Sometimes people jump off our list, but more often than not, we get a few clients every quarter to come back to the gym that maybe otherwise wouldn't have come back at all. So you can systemize it in a bunch of different ways. You just have to build a system around it and make sure that it works out. Because we send it out to our entire list of previous members where Ant is doing calls, right? Weekly, but getting through a smaller number of members. So he's still hitting those people. It's probably the same volume, right? We just do it in an automated fashion with email and text as opposed to phone calls. But his may be more successful than mine. We don't really know. We don't compare those numbers on reactivation necessarily. So you could try one or both, really.
Well, we actually do the same thing too. Once a year, we send them a reactivation. We do it around the holiday time.
Yeah.
50% of your first month. Is that what you do that every quarter? That's actually pretty smart.
No. We do that twice a year.
Okay.
Every quarter, we just do emails. But in the emails, we give them the 50% off as well, like the voucher and the email. So it's just twice a year that we actually send out mail to the addresses that we have for reactivation.
What time of year do you do it? So we send ours, we do ours in December. When do you usually send yours?
Yeah, it's December and then August, like the free month promo for referrals. It's the same times because my staff's already in that mode of sending stuff. So it's like just print these off and send these to this list. So my whole gym just turns into like a mailroom for a week and a half.
That's cool. Hey, listen, it's a mailroom that prints money. So that's how you got to look at it.
Yeah.
All right. Proven strategy number 2, personalized reach outs. And this is kind of like what we do. Hey, Mrs. Jones, how are you doing? It's been so long since you've been here. Just checking up. How's the family? How's your kids? Any info that we have gathered on this client, because if they were a good client, you typically know a lot about them. You're basically just sending them a reach out and just saying hello. That's all you're doing because you just want to stay top of mind. So whenever they're ready to reach out or whenever they're ready to come back, they're going to think of you. And it has to be genuine. It can't be a blanket, automated, because I've tried. I've tried automating this whole process and it doesn't work the same. You have to personally reach out to them. Hey, Mary, how you doing? How's the kids doing? I was just thinking about you. I came across your name and I figured I'd shoot you a text and just say hello. Something like that. But a personalized reach out. And the better the relationship you had or your trainers had with that person, the better that conversation is going to go. And sometimes you just have to say hello. Like don't look to sell them right away. Just say hello. Stay in touch. That's all you have to do. Stay top of mind.
Yeah, that's a good strategy. We did that in the past when I was a little more involved in the gym and the operating of it day to day. But I may even steal some golden nuggets from our own podcast to help my gym. And that's part of the whole thing with this, guys. You guys listening, like there's plenty of ways to skin a cat. And Anthony and I, in our own right, both have successful gyms. But there's things that he does that I don't do and things that I do that he doesn't do, right? And we've tried to learn as much from each other as possible. But every now and then there's a nugget where I'm like, that's a good idea. So you heard it here first. We give double confirmation that it's a good idea to personally reach out to your members for reactivation.
All right. And proven strategy number 3, and we kind of mentioned this already, but the proven strategy is giving them special offers at certain times. So the offer that we like, there's actually 2 offers that I like. 1, 50% off your first month back, which we kind of discussed already. And 2, I will give them either, and this one worked really well in the past, believe it or not. There's 2 variations to this that I use. Your first month back is free, but whenever people see that, I feel like they think it's a trick. But what I did was, and this is a couple months ago, your first month back is $1. That worked really well. I got a lot more clients with the $1 thing than the free, which makes no sense to me. So either one of those offers are good and can work. You just want to incentivize them and give them that push to come back. So let's say you personally reach out to Mary, who left your gym, and you say, hey, Mary, you know, blah, blah, blah. And you start going back and forth. And she says to you, hey, I've been thinking about coming back. Oh, awesome, Mary. Well, let me tell you, if you come back, I'll give you your first month free. You know, or hey, how about this to help you come back because we miss you so much? I'll give you 50% off your first month. You know, something of that nature. So this is where you got to combine those things. And, you know, Jimmy mentioned this too in his systematized way of going about doing this. Twice a year, he's sending them a special offer. So you could kind of mix and match these however you want to go about and do it, and whatever's going to work better with your system. But ultimately, that's the 3 proven ways to get old clients back. Jimmy, you want to add anything to that?
Just not to sleep on reactivation, guys. It's one of these things that people don't think about as much. And we talked about this a little bit earlier, but I can't stress enough how much reactivation can grow your business during some slow times when your advertising is not working as well as you'd like it to, or you're not getting the referrals that you're looking for. It's another pull in the water that people don't think about enough, and it needs to be systemized. It needs to be a process and can transform your business moving forward, because the easiest people to sell into your program are people that have had a good experience with your program and just left for some other reason, referrals, and then direct website leads, right? So these reactivations are going to be the easiest people to sell. You don't even have to sell them. You just have to give them the offer and have them come in, sit down, and they just lie down and jump back into the gym, right? So you want to incentivize them to do it, but these are the easiest closes you're going to have because you've already closed them before, and they didn't leave their gym because they don't like you. They left your gym for some other reason. Don't get in your head about it. Don't get weird about it where you're like, oh, well, it's awkward because they left and they canceled. It's not. It's just business, and you just have to get over it.
Yeah, and one more thing to add what you said. With these reactivations, like I'll start the conversation via text, and then if they're interested, I call them and sign them up right then and there. They don't even have to come back in and meet with me, because if you're a good business, you have a CRM system that has all your old clients' information. So all you have to do, all right, Mary, awesome. I'm so excited you're coming back. What I could do, I'll get you started today. I'll put everything through. Your credit card's still the same? Yes. Okay, perfect. I'll put it through for you right now. Excellent. You are back. We'll see you on Tuesday at 9 a.m. Done. Another client back into the gym. But again, remember, this is a pull in the water that we don't really talk about too much, but it is definitely a pull in the water to help you to beat your churn rate, beat the people on hold, and all this other stuff. So guys, go out there, get those reactivations. And if you like this kind of stuff, make sure you drop us a like and leave us a review. And also, if you're interested in finding out more, just click the links below. You can join us on Facebook. You can pick up some of our free trainings there. And until next time, Anthony and Jimmy, Fitness Profit Multiplier, and we are out.